Well, in this video, we will focus on part 2 of the IELTS speaking test. The structure of the lesson is, first, some quick information about part 2 of the IELTS speaking test. Second, some common topic of the topic area describing an object. Next, task analysis, in which we attempt to analyze the requirement of the task in this topic area. The fourth part is language focused, which features vocabulary and sentence structures that you may use for this topic area. And finally, we analyze a sample topic. Hello everyone, today we continue with part 2 of the IELTS speaking test. First, let me review some quick information about part 2. Part 2 lasts 3 to 4 minutes. The format of part 2 is a short talk, so you are going to deliver a talk on your own. The examiner is going to give you a task card with one topic and 4 suggested ideas. You also receive paper and pencil to make notes. You have 1 minute to prepare and 2 minutes to talk on the topic. In 1 minute of preparation, please quickly decide on what to describe and promptly make notes of the idea for your talk. After 1 minute finished, you start your talk. So please go straight to the points of your talk and follow the idea on the task card. There are several topic areas for part 2. But in this lesson, we just focus on one topic area, which is describe an object. Our 4 main objectives of the lesson. By the end of the lesson, you are supposed to be able to, first, get to know common topic to describe an object. Second, practice using proper structure to describe an object. Third, practice using appropriate adjectives to describe an object. And finally, practice making a short talk from 1 to 2 minutes to describe an object. You can find some common topics of this topic area, which are describe an object that you bought recently, describe a gift that someone gave you, describe something that is important to you, and so on. Well, as I have mentioned earlier, in part 2 of the IELTS speaking test, you will receive a task card with a topic and some suggested ideas. For the topic area of describing an object, you may find some common suggested idea on your task cards, such as what this object, this gift or things is, what this object looks like, how you got or received this object, how you use this object, what this object, this gift or these things means or meant to you. And pay attention. You can talk about all the ideas as long as the ideas are coherently developed and well supports the given topic. Now, let's move on to the analysis of the task. The first and very important thing to do is identifying the tense for the topic and the keywords. When you know exactly what tense will be used for the talk, you can develop your talk properly. Next, introduce what the topic is. Then, describe the appearance of the object. And then tell us about when, where, from whom, how you got this object. And finally say what the object means. As you know, tense is very important. With a similar topic, if the tense changes, the nature and the focus of the talk change accordingly. So let's practice. You have 4 topics. Read the topics and identify the tenses can be used in the talk for each topic. Now, in the first topic, describe something you bought recently. The main verb, bought, is in simple past tense. So the tense that can be used in the talk is simple past to describe the situation you bought it, simple present tense to describe the object if it is still in use, and present perfect to mention how your life has changed since you got this object or the significance of this object to your life. The second topic, main verb, is means. It is in present simple tense. So in your answer, you can use past tenses, present simple, and present perfect. The third topic, main verb, is receive. In your talk, you can use past tenses, present simple, and present perfect. The last topic, the main verb, is have always wanted. Something that you have longed for and have not got. So in the talk, present perfect can be used to talk about your expectation to get it. Present simple is used for business description of the object, and simple future for the situation in the future when you get it. Now, to start your talk and to introduce the topic, you may use the structure. To start, to begin, I would like to describe the object, the thing, the gift that I bought recently, I received, or is really important to me. And then the structure is, and a noun can be used. With the noun is the name of the object. And in this topic area, you may be asked to describe an electronic device, a mobile phone, a lipstick, a necklace, keychains, a purse, a wallet, a tie, a vehicle, or a pair of earrings. Now, moving on to the first issue, what this object looks like. We need to describe the object. Okay, so first you can mention the brand name and the model of the object. For example, you describe a mobile phone. Okay, so you tell the brand name of this mobile phone. It's a Samsung A70 from 2019. Or it's a Charles and Kate purse. Or the type is Pierre Cardin. And the structure is an followed by a noun phrase with a noun modified by an adjective can be used to describe the object. For example, it's a lovely purse. We have different adjectives to describe the object. When stating your opinion, you may have adjectives like useful, cool, lovely. When talking about the size of the object, you have large, small, tiny, little. When talking about the age, we have old, new, vintage. Or shape, we have round, rectangular, flat, etc. And color like gold, rose gold, silver, black. Country of origin like Chinese, Vietnamese, Italians, American, for example. And material we have like metal, leather, silk, wood. And purpose of use like shopping, partying, working, educating, or entertaining, for example. When put in properly in sentences, the order of these adjectives is certain. Now, let's look at the sample sentence here. It's a lovely little vintage rectangular Italian silk scarf. We have very long noun phrase, which scarf is the main noun, and in front of the noun, there are many adjectives in specific order. Opinion, then size, which is followed by age, shape, origins, and material. And this is the order of different adjectives in a sentence. But in your sentence, it's perfect for you to use just 3 adjectives in front of a noun. Now, when you describe an object, you may talk about its material. So you can use the passive form of the verb make, be made from, and be made up, followed by materials. So when to use make from and when made up? Let's look at the first example here. The tie is made from silk. Silk can be identified when we touch the tie. So we use make from for material which can be identified. Now look at the second example here. Paper is made of wood. Actually, when we touch in paper, we may have no idea about its material if we do not have prior knowledge that people use wood to make paper. So made up is used for material which cannot be identified. Now, when talking about how you got or received the object, you may say someone bought it and gave it to you. So you can use the verb buy and give with 2 following structure. Now in the first structure, you have subject followed by a verb like buy or give, and then an indirect object and then direct object. For example, my mother bought me the earring. And in the second structure, we have subject followed by a verb like buy or give, and then followed by direct object, and then preposition to or for, and then indirect object. For example, my mother gave the earrings to me. In addition, you can use the complex structure with when clause and simple past and past continuous tense to describe the situation when you got the object. For example, my mother bought me the earring when we were having a holiday in Da Nang. Now, we normally end our talk with the idea of how this object means to you or how your life has changed since you got it. Here you have different structure to express this idea. First, name of the object and is used to and verb infinitive. For example, the fountain pen is used to sign important document. Now the second structure, we have name of the object and helps me to do something. For example, my purse helped me not to lose money or my ID card. And then another structure, the first or the last time, subject, verb in simple past tense, and object, was and the time. For example, the first time I wore my tie was at the office New Year party. Now, the next structure that you can use is subject, then first or last, and the verb in simple past tense, and object, and then the time. For example, I first used my tie 2 months ago. Next, subject and wouldn't be able to, and verb, and then the if clause, if subject and verb in the simple past tense. For example, I would not have been able to connect with my friends if I didn't have my phone. You can see this is second conditional sentence. And finally, you have the structure of subject and a verb in present perfect tense. The purse had changed my life a lot. As mentioned earlier, you can use present perfect tense to talk about the roles of this object to your life. Now let's practice. Describe a gift someone gave you for your birthday. You should say what the gift was, when you got it, how often you have used it, and how different your daily life would be without it. Let's analyze the task. The keyword is a gift, and the main verb is gave. This is in simple past tense. As you know, in this topic area, if the main verb in the topic is simple past, so you can use past tenses, present simple, and present perfect for your talk. Now, look at the four suggested ideas. The first idea is what the gift was. The second idea is when you got it. The third, how often you have used it. And the final idea, how different your daily life would be without it. For example, you talk about a laptop, which is a gift you received from your father on your 90th birthday. So your talk is about a laptop and you can use past tenses such as past simple, past continuous, and past perfect, and present simple and present perfect in your talk. So at home, please come up with a phone speak and film your speech, then post it to the class website. Summary. In this lesson, you have got to know some common topics to describe an object, practice using proper structure to describe an object, learn some appropriate adjectives to describe an object, and finally, analyze to make a short talk from 1 to 2 minutes to describe an object. That also brings me to the end of the lesson. Thank you for joining me today. Goodbye and see you again.